Hi, it's Donna again. We're going to focus a little bit on the lower portion of the body since we did so much with our upper body. We're going to teach you a perfect squat. Most people can do squats. Most people don't do squats correctly. Squats can be done weighted with weights in my hand, but I'm going to use my own body weight, which is about as much weight as I want to use with this particular squat. I'm going to turn sideways so that you can see what I'm doing, but make sure that you notice that you want to keep your head in alignment the whole time that you do these exercises. You don't want to be turning right, left, looking at the children, watching television, because you want to be mindful in where and what you're doing so that you have to keep your head in alignment. My spine's in alignment now. Again, this is going to be for the front of the legs and the back of the legs. Core is engaged. And I want to make sure, and this is very important, that my tailbone goes straight down. Some of us, just because of how we walk in everyday life, have a tendency to tilt a little bit more forward, tilt a little bit back, and get elongation of our back. But if you learn to do a proper squat in the hamstrings and the quads are in front, hamstrings are in the back, you have proper muscle balance and your tailbone will go right down where it should go. What I'd like you to do is make sure that you start hip width apart. Now don't put your legs way out here, even though you might think this is where your hips are. They aren't. Take your thumb, put it right down on top of your thigh, and look straight down. That's where you want your feet to be. You don't have your hands out like this to the side. You have it straight down, and that's a good place to start. What I want to make sure that you do is I want to make sure that your weight is in the balls of your feet and your heels. How you do that is by just lifting the toes up. Literally, that shifts the weight back so that you are balanced right in the middle of your arches. Your arches are there for a reason. They're to give you your balance point. Everything starts from the bottom up. Your spine's in alignment, core's engaged, and your hips, knees, shoulders, elbows are all nice in alignment. When I do a proper squat, I want to sit back, hinging at the hips. My bottom is going back, my knees are slightly going forward, but not any more forward than the laces of my shoe. I want to make sure that I'm simulating sitting back into a chair without touching the chair itself. When I want to come up out of this squat, I press down into my heels, down into the balls of my feet, and I stand up again. Some people like to bring their arms out here in front, bring their arms out to the side, and as you get better and better with this, you might want to add some weight to this. But I'm just going to do a few of them just with my own body weight, showing you a proper squat. Again, continually keep breathing, sitting back. I'm going to let my arms come out for a little bit of a counterbalance. My abs are engaged, my core is nice and strong, my back is long. I'm going to press through the balls of my feet, engage my gluteus, and press through my heels. Let's do a couple more of those. I'm going to keep my breathing going. I'm going to come down. Back is long, sitting down. And now I'm going to feel this right up through the back of my legs. And one more time. Remember, keep that head nice in alignment. Sitting back. Knees don't go any further than my shoes. And come back up again. That's a proper squat. Now let me just show you one thing that happens in about 90% of the times when somebody does a squat. This is what happens. Right now, all of my body weight is going right into my knees. And my heels are actually coming up a little bit off the floor. And as I go down, all of that shearing of that weight is going right into my knees. I need to shift my body back so that my legs, which are the strongest muscles in my body, now support my weight. So remember, if you feel yourself leaning forward and your shoulders back, that's not a correct squat. It is shoulders up, hips are bending, then I sit down into the chair and I come up into the perfect squat.